Is it too late to apologize, say Timbaland in One Republic? Well, a man wrote to the Washington Post advice columnist to ask if he should say sorry to his ex-wife for cheating on her 35 years ago. James, is it better late than never?
Well, yes, I mean, it is, unless the person doesn't want to hear from you. Because I think nowadays there's too many people wanting to apologise for things, opening up old wounds, and it's just to make themselves feel better. She's moved on. He did a deplorable thing. She's getting on with her life. She's happy. She's like Sophia, who has moved on. And does she want him getting in touch, opening up the old wound, just so he can feel better about himself? He did the deplorable thing. Don't make her have to relive it.
Listen, I'm with you, but there's something, I'm not a person, I don't need closure. I think that's a false thing that people always say they need closure, I need this apology. I think you need to move on with your life and just be happy. If you get it, great. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You're still moving on with your life. And I would totally agree with you, but did you guys watch Love is Blind this season? There was a guy on the show named Clay whose parents are divorced, but his father cheated on his mother quite a bit. And he disclosed on the show that his dad would sometimes take him along on some of those escapades with these women. And his mom found that out in the taping of this show. And there's this very poignant moment where the mom is talking to the father. They're now divorced. And she's like, I found out things that happened when we were married. I've divorced you, but they really hurt. And you could see the hurt in both of their eyes. It was such a powerful moment where I don't think there's ever a time where it's too late for an apology. That, to me, was the best part of that entire show of, like, closure actually does matter sometimes.
It does matter. What do you think?
I mean, I agree. And I just will say, I think it does matter the form. Like, maybe at the very least, if you do want to apologize, then you send a note, or it's a one-sided thing, because the idea that that person might feel the onus of needing to reach back out, because I think what you said is very important. Not everyone wants to have a wound reopened and be reminded of this thing. Because also the subtext could be, okay, well, so if you've done all this work on yourself and you've apologized and you've thought about it, like, does that open up a tiny part of you to think, like, oh, is there a chance for us to get back together again? And if that's the subtext and someone spent a lot of time and a lot of therapy and a lot of money to get over someone, that could be reopening a wound.
I was gonna say that, you know, if you would have apologized when I needed the apology, you could have saved me tons of money in therapy. Because, you know, there's so much, I know what you say about closure, and for you it's not important. Closure really is important to me because there's so many unanswered questions, and I think there's so many things running through our head and these hypotheses of the whys, and was it me, was it you? And you could save me so much heartache. I had an ex who cheated on me so badly, and I asked him, you know, you messed me up, can you please pay for my therapy? And he did. And he did.
Do you still want an apology from him? Would you still like an apology from him?
I would love an apology for him.
Wait, so he paid for the therapy, but he didn't apologize?
Correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so, I mean, there is something to be said for the power of an apology. Maybe it is about unloading for you or the other person. I think it's gonna be individual to each person, but I think if you know you've done wrong and you're coming from a good place, I don't think that it could ever be a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea, but to expect it, that's what I mean, to expect it.
To expect it,
to expect it, to want it, it's like, no, let that go. Move on with your life.
Move on with your life, it's true.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.